I'm not liking the way this is looking. I think I'm gonna have to resculpt her hair here a little bit. But they're like, you know, people don't know how to do some of the basic things, like even cooking is becoming something that there are a lot of, you know, it used to be something that you were taught how to do because if you didn't know how to do it, you would starve or you would not have clothes to wear, stuff like that. So, but those art forms are not as known anymore. And one of the art forms that someday I do wish to learn how to do. My grandmother used to, well, I don't know if it was my grandmother or my great-grandmother, used to crochet lace. And it's like, that's really awesome. That is not something that a lot of people do. Bobbin weaving lace is, you know, a skill that used to be, you know, Brussels was known for its lace that was bobbin weaved, which is basically a pillow with a bunch of pins set in it, and you would just sort of, you know, like weave bobbins around it that had thread on them. So it's something that doesn't get used as much anymore. I'm actually going to bring some hair in here, which is going to be difficult now because I've cut away. So I'm going to come back in here, just going to roughly add this back in. It's going to look terrible. I always tell you these things. This is going to look terrible. And then I do them. And you're right. Doesn't that looks terrible. Hope you all agree that that looks awful. But if you just joined, I am creating an image of a queen from a fantastic little girl. Well, young lady. And I am going to do a new layer. And I'm going to stamp hair back in here. So coming here. I shot this not too long ago, right around the holidays. And I'm compositing her into a background that I built from blocks. There's my block background that I've blurred a little bit, and now she's sitting on a block throne that I've made. That sounds so weird. A block throne that I have made. I have crafted this throne from the finest blocks that I have found. And just bringing some more hair in here. And I'm going to pick up this hair down here and blend it in. So I just want to get a nice edge here, and then I can bring and take that edge back out. But I wanted to have a better edge than I did. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is a little awkward here. Don't know why that is causing it to ring when I do that. Sorry for the alerts. I have two things that I need to do after I'm done with this. One is install the activation code in Blow Up. Two apparently is to turn off the sound notifications, or to try to get them not to be included in the... So there we go. This looks like it's bending okay. Over here, I'm a little not rusty, new with PC. I haven't ever, I've worked almost exclusively with Macs, and now I'm working with PC. So if you're wondering why I'm sometimes editing like a drunkard, that is why. All right, so now I've got that edge. I'm back on the mask. I'm back with black and white. I'm gonna get a smaller edge here and blend that down. And I may have to... It's working. All right. You can see that I'm painting with a light opacity. It means I have to do a lot of little things. I'm actually going to pump up the opacity because I see some stuff here. And if I just take a larger opacity, it'll take it off in less small chunks. But once I get that gone, which I now have, I'm going to roll that opacity back. 17, 18. Between 15 and 20 is usually my comfort zone. And just looking to blend that till I can't see that white halo-y edge anymore. All right, and I'm going to come in here to the layer that our hair is on, and I'm going to put a mask on because I just realized I didn't have a mask, and just lighten that edge too, just to make it blend a little bit more. Okay, starting to look good. We go into the shadow layer again. I've got black, I've got the right amount. I'm going to pump up my brush size, and I'm going to just add some shadow underneath our hand. So layers are your friends, but which order your layers are very important. Okay. All right, this was something that I struggled with when I was shooting this dress, the way it's built. It's bothering me now. Don't mind it down here. I do mind it right here. So I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to be on Bella's. I'm going to do a new layer above Bella. So I'm going to have this. This is my stamp tool. I want to make sure it's set for current layer and below. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to grab a little. And the idea is I'm just trying to make this edge disappear. And I'm going to try to make it disappear to here. So when using the stamp tool, change locations, source locations often, probably more often even than I am. I'm going to come back over this with my, oops, healing brush. So the idea is to make this look like it's just a fold in the fabric or falling on the fabric instead of a hard edged change in the fabric. Oops. Every time I hit Alt, it is selecting a new, like that's the target thing that I'm doing over here. The important for changing it is you're trying to avoid any pattern or creating any patterns that will attract your eye and you will notice, because your brain is set to find and recognize patterns even when they're unintentional. So here I can see 3 dots that look like they came from a similar place. I'm going to back up and see how this looks. And also, that's not the right layer, cat. Turn on and off. I just did. So this shadow is a little bit too much, so I'm going to just come down in here. Oops. I am selecting this so you can see how that's creating a shadow of where it is there. That helps. Just lightening that a little bit. There we go. I like that better. All right. So I'm probably not going to finish this today. But what's left to do, I'm going to work for a little bit longer, but looking at this, I know I want to add in the couple of toys. I need to add in a background behind the wall, a floor of some kind, and whatever I do for the background is probably going to influence that. So background, floor, and then toys. So, and then effects on top of that, toning and all that stuff. The two options that I see are I can make this outside and stick a grass coming towards me and then sky above, or I can do curtains behind or wallpaper behind the wall here and do a wooden floor coming forward. So those are the two options. I am thinking I might want to go with the sky, and I think I want to have it be outside. So let's see. Filters off. Let's see. Trying to think about, let's see, woods, what do I got? Now I know I want this grass to be fairly, I'd see this is too woodsy. Too woodsy. So let's see. This would work. It's not really what I'm feeling. Let's see. That grass is pretty good. Ironically, this is saying it's in a folder for Ontario, but I actually know for a fact that this is Half Moon Bay. Okay, so this is I'm gonna say that this is gonna be my ground. Copy. Alrighty. I'm just gonna size it up to see if this is what I'm gonna want. Going on, come on. Oh, you're not making me happy. What's going on here? All right. There we go. This grass is too tall. It's not going to work.